Hello, welcome everybody. Okay, please do not type your questions in yet. I've yet to do the list. Just give us a moment to breathe. And I want you to think very carefully about your question. Okay, remember, for your free reading, which is only going to be limited to, I'm only going to be able to do limited number today due to circumstances. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do everybody today, but I will try and get as much as I can. So what I want you to do is breathe very deeply. I want you to breathe. Before you think about your question, I want you to breathe. Take a nice deep breath, and I want you to think about your question. Before you type your question in, I want you to think about it. Think about it, how it empowers you. What do you need to know in regards to a situation? What's really important for you to be able to move forward and live your life? That's what you're going to think about today. So I do want to say welcome to everybody. Everybody that's come in, I will try and get your reading done today. I'm on limited time due to circumstances today. So there's just a whole lot of stuff going on later on, and I can only be on for a short time. I cannot, and I don't want to rush the readings. I like to give you quality readings, so I'm not going to get everyone done today. But what I want you to do is think very carefully about your question. So what you're going to do is think very carefully about how your question empowers you. How can you move forward on your journey? What do you need to know that's going to enable you to move forward, to stand in your own power, to stand in your own courage? So you're not waiting around for someone. This is about you living your life, your career, your finances, your current relationships. What do you need to know to move forward on your current and through your current relationships? About self-love. These are things that you guys are going to think about when you're thinking about your question. Now, do not type your question in until I've asked you. Okay, so let me just type in. So we've got hi Bart. So let's do this list. Okay, so we've got Bart, Aldonna, Ashley, and Alexandra, Lady Kapira, sorry, LH, Akumira, sorry, Akumari, sorry, I'm losing the plot today already, Brown Sugar. Do not type your questions in just yet. All I want questions from are Bart, Aldonna, and Ashley. Do 3 at a time. Just type up this list so I sort of know who's come in what order. Just takes a second to do. Now, I may not get everyone's questions done today due to circumstances, but I will try and get as much as I can. Empress. Sorry, what did I say? Black Widow Row, Brown Sugar, Black Widow Row, Eliza, the Music Oracle. Hi, how are you? Katrina, Empress, and love you. Okay. Okay, so I like to do 3 at a time. So I'm doing Bart, Aldonna, and Ashley if you're here. Okay. Once I've done one reading, once I've done Bart's reading and Aldonna, then I'll do Alexandra, Lady Kapira, and LH. The Ashley, Alexandra, Kapira, LH. Okay, so once I've done those 3, then it's Akumari, Brown Sugar. So just don't type your questions in until I ask you. for your question. So this is the list that I've got. Okay, and I may not get everyone's questions. Oops, and Brown Sugar's just donated. Thank you, Brown Sugar, for your donation. So let me start with Bart's while we wait for Brown Sugar's question. So take a nice deep breath, guys. Okay, so take a nice deep breath. Think about your question. Yes, Brown Sugar, thank you very much for your donation. I will do it if I just need your question. But how's your life so far? Oh, okay, but I'm going to use the Swagatum Tarot for you. Yep. Oh, look, what comes up, Music Oracle, what comes up on my list could be a bit slightly different. I'll try and do what I can. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to do everyone's readings. They will come up in yeah. Right. I'll just do what I can. So they'll just come up, and they might come up different in my StreamYard, different order. So I just go with what order's on my StreamYard. But how's your life so far? Whoops. Just taking a nice deep breath, guys. Then I'm going to do Brown Sugar. How's my life so far? Let's have a look. Okay. But we have the Fool to begin with. I feel like your life overall has got these lots of new beginnings, new starts. It's a reminder to have that sense of taking a moment to, I want to say, smell the roses, take your time, just enjoy life. I think very much at the moment your life is really about being in the moment, allowing yourself that ability to, I actually get like Eight of Swords, but reversed, in that sense of releasing. I feel like you're unlimited. Your life so far is full of new beginnings, free moments, just enjoying being in the now, allowing yourself to be unlimited. Your life so far is unlimited. It's been possibilities with whatever action you take. It does feel like you have that understanding that you can sort of push forward on your journey in any direction you want to go. So it does feel very much like you're unlimited and you're unrestricted in the directions that you're moving in. So it really feels like you're opening yourself up to many possibilities here. Okay, so there we are. But, oh, you're welcome, Bart. I felt like that was really what you needed to know, that you're unlimited, that there's many possibilities and there's lots of new beginnings in your journey. Right, Brown Sugar, donations. Right, I'll be able to get everyone's reading done today. Sorry, Music Oracle. I'm going to be quite limited today because I've got some commitments coming up in an hour or so. So I'm just going to be doing just some, as much as I can. So I'll try and get everyone's reading done, but I'm only going to be able to, I might be able to do what's depending on what comes up in donations. Brown Sugar, sorry, I'm just give me a minute to breathe. Today I'm a little bit restricted. Okay, brown sugar. Oh, yeah, at this stage, I'm not quite sure where I'm at with the list. I'm just going to try and get who I can in, who came in, and then we'll just see from there. Right, how is Dee feeling about me? Let's have a look. What are we going to do here? Let's do, just trying to think. That's interesting. Got moon and stars reading here. Oops, I just have to get. Yeah. How is Dee? So what's going on with Dee? What's happening here in this relationship? You're under a fire warning? Oh no, that's terrible, Music Oracle. Okay, so how is Dee feeling about me? Let's have a look. Okay, a few extra. Got one from each. Let's have a look. What's energies going on here? So how's Dee feeling about you? What's going on with Dee? What's happening here? Okay, firstly, we have the sense of Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords to me, without looking at the keyword here, because I don't like, not the keyword, that's not the meaning for this one. Five of Swords to me is that sense of feeling defeated, feeling like there's some battles or there's some quarrels going on, feeling like things are maybe not quite going in the right direction. Okay, there's a sense of wanting, there's a contemplation in which direction to move in. I feel like there's a sense of not really feeling a little, I'm getting a sense of being defeated in a way, and there's some quarrels or disagreements or something that's not quite right here. Feels like there's wanting to be some progress, but there is that contemplation on which direction to actually take. We have a sense of some stuff that needs to be let go of. So I keep getting this letting go of stuff. There is some stuff that needs to be let go of. He is going through a lot right now, okay? And so he's needing to find he's in suspension. I feel like he's in limbo at this time. I feel like he's got a lot of stuff he's working on. Okay, he's feeling a little overwhelmed. He's contemplating in his direction that he needs to move into. I feel like he's going through a lot of stuff at the moment. So you're not really to the forefront of what he feels about. I don't feel like he's got the headspace to think about you right now. I don't feel like he's got the headspace. Okay, so really important here to think about he's going through a lot. He's dealing with a lot of stuff right now. As you can see, he's being a bit overwhelmed. He's contemplating in the direction that he's moving into. He's going through some changes, some transformations, some stuff that he needs to let go of. So he's really in suspension. So he's not really thinking about you right now. He's got a lot of his own stuff going on. Okay, he's not really in the headspace. So the cards we got here is for you. Okay, for you, it's about you creating your own sacred space, and for you to create a sense of the goddess within, away, your sacred spiritual center, quiet dignity with Vesta. Okay, we have about your own achievements and status. It's about you taking care of you. Because I feel like that he's so busy with his own stuff that it's time for you to start creating your own sacred space. It's time for you to start thinking about you right now. It's about you to allow yourself to just do things for you. I think it's about having fun for you. Okay, it really does feel as though for you, it's about you taking care of you right now, because D has got a lot of their own stuff going on and they haven't got time to think about you right now. So it's about you living your life. Yeah. With a sense of fiery, dynamic energy, a sense of standing in your own power, your own sacredness here. Okay, brown sugar. So I think that's really important to know that D's got a lot of their own stuff going on. You've got to give them space and you've got to live your own life for you. Okay, right. Now to continue with the free readings. Thanks, Music Oracle. Cool. I'll try and do what I can today. I'm a little bit limited and I'm just sort of feeling like I just need to sort of breathe a little bit. So I want you guys to think really carefully about your questions. Yeah. No, I'm talking about the planet Vesta. Asteroid Vesta. Not the goddess. Right. So, continuing. And remember, I'm only going to be doing what I can. So, this is the list that I'm doing at the moment. Ashley, then Alexandra. Right, Ashley. Or Aldona, sorry, Aldona. Ashley and Alexandra. Ashley, Alexandra, and Lady Capera. Right. General. Deep breath. Baby Tarot. I just realized where the sorry, I just got to move the screen slightly. Sorry guys, I just had to move the camera. Right. Hi everybody, that's welcome everybody. Okay, so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm on limited time. So if you want a reading, donations are available. Otherwise, I'm just doing limited free readings at the moment. It's just whatever I can get time to do because I've got things going on. So we'll just see how time goes. General. Right, so let's start doing this list that I'm doing. General, and then I've got Alexandra. Okay, what does Aldona need to know right now? Aldona, right, we've got standing in your own power, a sense of feeling like something's being taken from you. Feels like there's some stuff that it's important that you sort of, I want to say, you stand in your own power, take back what you feel is being taken from you. It's really much about standing in your own power. Maybe having a bit of time out for yourself is going to be really important. Having that sense of self attainment, gaining something for yourself could be really important. Even though you feel like something might be taken from you, taking it back is going to be so important for you, Aldona, right now. It's about not allowing anybody to it's how you choose to react that's going to make a big difference here. In a way, I'm getting a lot about your thoughts, perceptions, ideas, and stuff going on for you. I think there's a lot of stuff going on. So it allows you to feel like, even though something may feel as though something's being taken from you, you can gain that. You can take it back. You can stand in your own power, Aldona. It's all about taking back what you feel's being taken from you, being able to stand in your own power, having that gain, that wealth, that happiness, that joy, all those feelings of self-care, self-love, a bit of pampering. And I think that's part of it, going to allow you to sort of choose how you cope with situations and things going on, Aldona. So that's really important. Okay. You're welcome. Right, Ashley, I saw up here. I think. Yes. Then I'll do Alexandra. So if Alexandra's needs to type in a question, you guys got to type your questions in quickly, otherwise you'll miss out. Alexandra and Lady Capera, which I saw. So if you don't type your questions in when I ask, you're going to miss out. So, right, Norman. How is Norman feeling about you? Let's use the Rider Tarot deck. What's going on with Norman? What's happening? Oh, Norman. Okay, so we get this. It's interesting because we get this connection here. We get the stability in the energy of the relationship. We have the sense of foundations being built, a wish being fulfilled. So it feels really positive. Feels like Norman is going through an energy at the moment where he feels like that everything's sort of coming together. There's a commitment. There's a wish being fulfilled. Oh, there's so many different Rider-Waite decks. Awesome. I love different Rider-Waite. There's so many different Rider-Waite tarot decks. This is called Rider. This was an indie deck. It was a gift given to me from a friend. But there's so many different Rider-Waite decks. So it's nice to see all the different ones that are coming out because they sort of seem to give, the colorways give different messages. So here I'm getting the sense of Norman being very positive, wish fulfilled, commitment, feels like everything is coming together. Oh, interesting that he blocked you. So might be a feeling that he's got, even though he's blocked you, it might be quite intense. It's interesting that he's blocked you because here I'm getting this sense of foundations being built. And it's interesting that we got the Four of Wands and the Star. You know, might be feelings, but not actions taken. Remember, this is feelings, not necessarily action taken. So he might be feeling like a wish fulfilled, that things are moving in the right direction, that everything's here. But actions, you asked about feelings. So he might be feeling like that things are all right, that things are good. But yet he's blocked you. It's such a weird energy. That's why, these might be his feelings towards you. He might feel as though he things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's the action that he's actually going to do. And this could be deep feelings, something that might not be at the surface, might be in conflict with his action. So interesting that he's blocked you, but this is how he feels. He feels as though there is a light out of the darkness. He feels as though this is where how someone feels and what they do can be two totally different things. This is where this is such a difficult question. This is like, Ashley, when you ask how someone feels towards you, it might be their perception, but it might not be their action. So how they feel and what they actually do can be two completely different things. So he might feel as though he's, he thinks about you in a romantic way and feels like the stars shining on all the situation, but he's too scared. So he blocks you to move forward. Okay. Sometimes how someone feels about you, Ashley, and what they do are two different things. So that's how he feels, but it's not his action. Right, Alexandra. That's why it's quite hard when you ask, how does someone feel about me? Because how they feel and what action they choose to take can be two completely different things. And just because someone loves, might care about you, might think about you in a certain way, they get so worried about stuff that they push you away. And you got to remember that feelings change. Feelings are can be like a roller coaster ride. They can be up and down. They can be, they can be exciting, but yet be frightening. Right. Let's do the Waterfall Tarot. I am doing Rider-Waite-Smith. What would John think? Oh, okay. With the Page of Swords. Feels like it's about facing the truth. I think there's some truths to be faced. So he feels like if you can explain to him the reason, at least it could be you're facing the truth of the situation. It could be about the memories of the past. So you're dealing with those past memories. So it's about being honest, really, having integrity. So John would think that you are at least being honest about the situation. It is about the memories of the past. So yeah, it does feel like it would be, John would think that at least you're facing the truth. You're at least being honest in regards to the past memories. So that's a big thing, is at least you'd be honest. You're having integrity. You're being able to face the truth of the situation. That's what I feel John would think about the situation. At least you're being honest. Okay. Sandra, Lady Capera. Okay, so questions from LH and Marie. Oh, good question. Okay, where am I blocking my own spiritual development? Oh, this is a good question. Okay, I'm going to do Cleopatra. So I just have to take a breath. Where am I? Where is it? Blocking your own spiritual development. Whoa. Okay. First card that popped up. Interesting, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant can be education, maybe learning something new, exploring something new. You're with your own spirituality, your own faith. I just got the words be careful, be aware of traditional thoughts. So I'm thinking about and in a way like ancestral thoughts, religious thoughts, things that you may have been brought up in some way. So it's very much about your own faith, your own beliefs about the situation. Could be blocking your own spiritual development, your own belief or faith in yourself. Oh, and the next card that flew out was knowing your own potential with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it's very much about knowing your own potential. Can be blocking your own spiritual development. That's why I'm getting a lot about self-discovery, self-awareness. Again, it's about your own faith, belief in self, knowing your own potential and creating a sense of new beginnings in your well-being. That sense of just really, I just think it's a lot about blocking from your own self-belief, self-awareness, your self-potential, and where you can be, what you're capable of achieving. Maybe there's a sense of doubt sort of creeps in a little bit. And so once you're sort of able to release that, surrender to it, you're able to sort of move forward in a much more positive way. So I think it's very much about your self-belief, Lady Capera. Your own spirituality, your own beliefs, your own potential. Belief in your own potential. Okay, LH. Then Aquamarie, I think is where I'm up to. Okay, LH, Aquamarie, Black Widow Row. Right, Black Widow Row as well. So I've got LH, Aquamarie, and Black Widow Row. Is that a repeated message, Lady Capera? Okay, what's the main reason? Let's use Dark Heroes. Let's use the deck of Heroes. What's the main reason Chuck likes having me in his life? What's the main reason? Oh, and I felt that one. Okay, the main reason. Interesting, because I get the Death card, which is about transformations, changes. Feels like you create changes in his life. You create a sense of light at the end of the tunnel, a sense of like there's a light out of all the darkness. It's that sense of moving through changes, transformations. Success. He feels like you bring success. You bring the changes that he needs. He brings the success that he needs. It feels like he's successful when he's with you. Does feel like there is change. You bring changes to his life. You bring transformations. You bring the ability to have that sense of success. Even when everything seems there's battles around him, there's challenges, you are successful. You give him that sense of being successful. So that's why he likes having you in his life, is because it makes him feel like he's successful. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going through. I've got Katrina's question there, so I'll just do LH. So where was I up to? LH. Yeah, Ecumary. Yep, Katrina's coming up. I'm sure Katrina will get to questions today. I think I've still got time. I've still got half an hour, so I think we're doing quite well. Yeah, Black Widow Row, I don't know about a question yet, so depends on who types in their questions. Like I said, if you don't type your questions in, don't get a reading. When I ask for it, questions when I ask in the order that I ask. So that's cool. No, Manor, don't ask your question. Don't type your question in until I ask for it. You didn't even wait to say whether I could say yes or no, Manor. Don't type your question in because you're may not get answered today. Okay, Ecumary, do I have a future as a writer? So let's have a look. What do you need to know about writing? I'm going to use the Angel Tarot here by Jane Wallace. Let's have a look. So Ecumary, what does she need to know about being a writer? Okay, I feel like it's something that's going to stress you out. It's going to, depends on how you cope with stress. And what wisdom you have to share. It's all about, do you have a future as a writer? It really depends on how you cope with the stress and that sense of wisdom that you can share. It depends on what type of book you want to write. It really depends on how you cope with stress. Please don't type your question in. Until I ask for it. Okay, Ecumary, do you have a future as a writer? It really depends on how you cope with the stress of being a writer and how you, what wisdom you have to share. What knowledge do you have to share? How do you have that sense of energy, that dynamic, empowered energy as a writer? It's thinking about what sort of direction you want to move into, what you can gain mentally from writing. I think there's a lot of things you need to think about, Ecumary, in regards to writing. Everybody has a future in writing if that's what they choose to do. So it's very much about how you're going to cope with the stress of it, what limits, it feels like what limits are you going to put on yourself and that sort of thing. It's all about that control. sense of discipline is what I want to say here. That discipline as a writer. Do you have the discipline to write every day, to finish what you're writing? Do you have that commitment? Do you have the discipline as a writer, is what it's asking you. So if you have that, depending on how you cope with it, I feel like it's going to be quite stressful for you, because you're going to have to be quite disciplined in it. So if you choose to be disciplined and move through that stress, then you're going to be successful. But got a lot of stuff to think about there. Okay, Black Widow, I had a question from, so I don't know, but I'll do Katrina's, as they have added. Katrina did add a question. Like I said, if you don't type your questions when I ask, you'll miss out, because I'm on limited time. So I'm trying to get through the questions as quickly as I can, giving quality readings. So we've got Black Widow, Ro, Katrina, and Eliza. So I did see Katrina's question somewhere. I haven't had Black Widow, Ro's question. Oh. Okay, so just Katrina. And then I'll do Eliza, because we haven't had Black Widow. Ro hasn't typed in their question. Nathan's current feeling. Yeah, that's okay. No worries. If people don't type in their question, they don't get a reading. Simple as that. Right. Nathan's current feelings and next actions towards me. No contact the last 2 weeks. Oops. Just 1 minute. I'm just expecting a message from... No. And if you don't, please let me know. Right. Nathan's current feelings and next actions towards me. No current contact the last 2 weeks. Okay. Remember, how somebody feels about you is not going to necessarily be their action. They are 2 different questions. Okay. How someone feels about you is not necessarily their next actions towards you. And so it might not be in the way that you expect. Just want you to be very clear about that. So they're 2 completely different questions. So if you have Nathan's current feelings towards you, and we do 1 card. Oops. Current feelings, right? And then what actions will he take? What actions will Nathan take? Right. So feelings. We have Page of Fire. Okay. Interesting. The Page of Fire has that sense of like he's waiting for something. He's waiting for some news. He's outgoing. He's doing his own stuff. Okay, there's been no contact in the last 2 weeks. So his feelings towards you. It's interesting because I'm getting this page of fire. So I'm getting this sort of dynamic, outgoing type of person. Okay, so it feels like there is that sense of outgoing energy. He might feel as though you're outgoing, that you're creative, that you're outgoing, creative sort of person. So that's how we might feel about you. Okay, feel as though you're outgoing, you're creative energy. Okay, so what's his seeds? He's got 7 of earth. 7 of earth to me is that sense of that there's a pause in action. Doesn't feel like he's going to do anything. He's in that standstill stage right now. There is no action towards you. He might see you as someone who's creative and outgoing and dynamic and passionate sort of energy, youthful energy, right? But he's taking no action. It's a pause. It's at a standstill. Okay? There is no action towards you. Oh, thank you, Queen Create. Okay, Ashley's donated, so there you are. So even though he might see you as outgoing, creative, passionate, dynamic, there is that sense of he's at a pause, he's at a standstill. There is no action. Okay, so it's really about you guys being empowered on your journey. It's really about allowing you to stand in your own power. Thanks, Ashley, for the donation. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Right, Ashley, so you want to get a little bit more information. Can you type in your question, please? And while you type in your question, I'm going to do Eliza's question. Okay, Ashley, you just need your question. So while I'm doing that is what should you know about let's do the... actually, I'm getting the occult tarot in this one. What should you know about let's have a look. Whoa, you need to trust your intuition, Eliza. You need to trust in yourself, trust in your own thoughts and ideas, your own ability to know the truth. Look at the past. I think you need to really look at the past in regards to Feels like his past actions are something that you need to think about, that you need to look at. So you really need to trust in your own intuition here. Okay. So you need to look at his past actions. That's what you need to think about. You need to trust in your own intuition, Eliza. And look at the past. Look at the truth and the facts of the situation that's going around. Trust in yourself. Trust in your own intuition. Oh. Okay, Black Widow Row, I'll do your question after Ashley's. Okay, so I'm just doing Ashley's because she donated. And then I will do Black Widow Row. No worries. And then Music Oracle. So are some people telling Norman to stay away? So what's going on here? What's actually happening in this situation? What's actually happening in this situation? Let's do the Gilded Tarot Royale. And let's see. And with the Gilded Tarot Royale, I'm looking for Oracle Vision. Okay, Ashley, let's have a look. What's going on with Norman? What's happening? What's happening behind the scenes? Let's have a look here. What's happening behind the scenes? Okay, what's happening behind the scenes? What's going on here? Oh, yes. Okay, so, Ashley, let's have a look. What's going on behind the scenes in regards to Norman? Yeah, I'm getting Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is, again, that sense of standing up for one's convictions. And I do feel as though he is being told, I get a sense of it was actually reversed. So I'm getting that sense of him. Yeah, I do feel as though someone is sort of interfering, if you like. Someone is interfering in that situation. We have the King of Swords here. Is that sense of over analyzing the situation. I do feel like he's being influenced by outside, and there are outside influences in regards to the situation. There's a block for him to move forward. Definitely feels like there's a lot of blocking, a lot of delays in regards to him moving forward. I feel like there's a lot for him to learn and discover about the situation. But I do feel as though there are some people that are with the conflict. Okay, it does feel like there's a lot of conflict and things going on. There is that sense of delays in moving forward. There's that block in moving forward. He's sort of over analyzing the situation. So I do feel as though someone is putting in their 2 cents worth. Let's have a look and see what card we get here. 44. So card 44. Let's have a look at the whoops. Let's have a look. Definitely feel like there's a gate behind the situation. There's a fence. So something is definitely being blocked in my regard to this. I do feel like he's being blocked. Now, yeah, I do get that as a reversed. It was interesting because I did feel it like it was a reversed card, but I feel like it could be turned around. So let's just have a look. It does feel like this card shows us a sense of belonging. We're at one with our surroundings and our relationships with others. We can move together with a common direction and purpose. Our presence is accepted and welcome. A young girl glides effortlessly through a gated lake in the companionship of a group of swans. Their speed and direction. So it feels like he wants to be, it feels like he wanting to belong to another group. But it feels like he's trying, like he's trying to fit in. I feel like he's trying to belong with this group of others. And so with that sense of belonging, wanting to belong to with others, it feels like he's trying to have it's interesting because I get the sense of being wary of becoming just one of the many. at some point their actions, their direction, and their pace may not be yours. Where they're leading may not be the best path for you. So I do feel, as we're talking about Norman, right, we're talking about his stuff that's going on. So I get a feeling that someone's influencing him. He's wanting to belong to a group. He's wanting to be a part of a group. So he's listening to what they're saying. He's wanting to belong. So he's listening. So here we get the secrets, the new chap, the secrets hidden. Needing changes and transformation. Things need to end. The secrets need to end. And being open, being receptive to you. Being receptive to you. So I do feel like there's hidden stuff that needs to be revealed, basically. I do feel like there's some stuff that needs to be revealed. There are some secrets, some stuff that's hidden that needs to be opened up, needs to be revealed in some way, needs to be opened up to be received. So yes, I do feel as though there's outside influences with what he's doing, with what's going on. And what you've got to choose how you're going to deal with it. You know, I do feel like he's made that choice right now. He's wanting to belong with this other group. He's got a lot to learn and discover. He's got a lot of stuff he needs to learn and discover. So he is being influenced by someone else, but you've got to now decide what you want to do, whether you're going to wait around or whether you're going to get on with your life and live your life and forget about. Because he's being influenced by someone else, and whether he'll change will be totally up to him. So now you've got to decide what you're going to do. But yes, he's been influenced by someone else. Definitely feels as though he's being influenced by someone. So he's being influenced by someone else. So you've got to decide what you're going to do with that energy. Right, so who have we got? So Music Oracle, I'm up to next. So your question I did see. So thank you, Ashley, for oh, and sorry, Black Widow Rose. Sorry, I forgot about your question too. I'll do that next. Okay, so I'll do Black Widow Row after. Yep, that's all right. Just doing the questions as they come up, and then I'll just still got a few moments, so we'll see how we go. Let's see. Hopefully, he's gone to pick up my groceries. Okay, so I'll get there. So how does she move through? Okay. Fairy Lights Tarot. Okay, I'm finishing up soon, so this will be about it. Time has sort of got away a little bit on me because of the way that I read, but Love You might be about the last one because I've just realized the time. Can't believe I've been on for an hour. God, where's that hour gone? Music Oracle. What's going on here? Interesting. Okay, the Four of Wands. First. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. Don't rush through it. It's about plan and strategy. Okay, so yes, it is about moving forward. You're moving forward. So how do you move through it? Yes, you're going through what's called an ego death. It feels like you're releasing and letting go of a lot of stuff. It feels like you're this card here is about, it's interesting here, it's about not, if you're having it this way, it's about stealing other people's ideas and things like that. It's about taking credit for things that you're not thinking. So it feels like you're not taking credit. It feels like you're letting go of the ego. Okay, so that to me is totally about letting go of the ego. You're allowing yourself to be humble. Very much so. It feels like you're moving forward. You're creating plans and strategies. Don't rush into things. Don't allow yourself to rush. I'm getting a lot of fast movement here. It does feel like things are quite intense. So you need to sort of slow down a little bit. Take a breath. Music Oracle. Seems really important for you just to sort of take a breath. It feels like things are rushing. You're letting go. You're surrendering. It feels like you're surrendering to a lot of things. You're allowing yourself the possibility of moving forward. So you just got to allow yourself to breathe. And that means sort of just with plans and ideas, not moving, not rushing into things. Just take your time, just take a breath for a moment and just to breathe about yourself. Okay? So just breathe. Just take a nice deep breath, Music Oracle. Just take a breath because things are quite intense. Things are moving quite quickly. So it's really is about, yes, you're going through it. So it's about slowing down. Just allowing your mind to be still. It's about stilling the mind. I get here about stilling your mind and stilling your action. Don't feel like you're rushing around all the time. Slow down. It feels like you just need to take a breath. Okay, and that's the only way you're going to move through it is just by surrendering to it. Surrender. Just allowing it to move through at its own pace. Doesn't have to be a race. Okay, now I said Black Road, didn't I? Where are you? Okay. Black Road. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do everyone's questions today. I'm just being... just waiting to hear from my son. I don't know quite what's going on. I hope he's picked up my groceries. Because I've got no... because I can't get them delivered at the moment. And I'm going to do Love You as well. And Empress. Whatever I type. Yeah, that's all right. I've got Black Widow Rose questions. So pretty much I'm just going to go through and go through and check after I've done Black Widow. I've got a few minutes because I haven't heard from my son as yet. So the job market has been very hard for me. What do I need to improve on to heighten my chances of getting a good paying? Okay, so what do you need to know in regards to improve your chances? So what do you need to know in regards? Let's do... actually, I'm getting the Chinese tarot for this one. Okay, Black Widow row. Oh, okay. Card that flipped out. We're talking about thing is about your own inner power. I feel like it's having courage, having a sense of endurance and stamina, being able to stand in your own power with the situation is really important here. Finding a balance in your emotions can be really important here as well. Having that sense of wholeness within oneself, having that sense of, I get a lot of yin and yang energy here. So it's about looking at your own energy, your own emotions when you go for your interviews. Okay, so it's definitely about your strength, your endurance, your inner power, your self-belief. A lot of it can be about that belief, that connection you have with the job. Okay, that's going to make a big difference here. Okay, so definitely feels Black Widow row that the things that you need to focus on is your own inner power, your own inner strength, your self-belief, that connection you have with the job that you want. That balance of your emotions is going to be really important here. I think there's a lot of things. It's about breathing, taking a breath for a moment, allowing yourself to really believe in yourself. Okay, so let me just have a look at my list at where I'm at. So I'm just going to do the list and then I'll just go through and have a little bit of a look-see here. Okay, so Empress, love you. So Empress and then Leo. Empress. Yep. Cool. Empress, I just want you to think for a second. You're asking how someone's feeling about you. Just because you may think that they might be feeling about you, they may not even be thinking about you. This is the problem when you're asking how someone feels about you or how someone's thinking about you. They may not even be thinking about you. So I just want to make that really clear. Is sometimes when the messages come through, it might be because they're not actually thinking about you. They might be busy doing their own stuff, people are not always thinking about you 20s or with what you might feel. So I just want to make that really clear because I'm sort of getting a feeling with the Universal Celtic. Let me just do this. I just want you to be really wary that when you're asking questions like this, it can be very disempowering. Because it feels like they're not really seeing the bigger picture. They're in their own little world. This is what I was getting. That they're in their own little world. They've got their own stuff going on. So they're not really feeling or thinking about you. Oh, well, then that's a different thing. How's he feeling after the conversation? He's busy. He's got to try and focus on his where he's deployed. He's obviously in his own little world. He's got his own stuff going on. Okay, so he's sometimes got to put things aside. So that's a different situation here. That's a different question. So it's not just how he's feeling about you, it's how he's feeling about that conversation. Now that's a different thing. Because at the moment he's in his own little world. He's got his own stuff that he's got to be aware of. You know, he's got to be focused on his own no, Music Oracle. I won't have time to do the ad list today. I'm really limited because I've already been on for over an hour. Okay, so he's deployed. So he's in his own little world. He's got things that he needs to focus on. He needs to be aware of. So let's have a look. So how does he feel about the actual conversation? How does he feel about the conversation that you had this morning? It may have shaken his world a little bit. May have rocked his world a little bit. I don't know what the conversation was about, but it may have put him in a bit of a, you know, he's trying to disconnect. I feel like there's a disconnection. You rocked his world from the conversation, whatever the conversation was about this morning. Okay? It broke down some barriers, some things. And so he's got to be in his own, he's trying to get into his own little world. He's got to focus in what he needs to do. Something's happened and he needs to focus on where he is. He needs to focus where he is. But you've rocked his world. You've opened things up to distraction, if you like. I feel like you've shaken his thing this morning, whatever the conversation was about. And it feels like it was quite a big conversation. And it's rocked his world. And he's trying to focus on where he is. When you're talking about feels after the conversation, yeah. I'll have to add it to a document before I close up the StreamYard. Okay, love you. Let's have a look. Yeah. And love you. What does he think about me? Okay, when you're asking what does he think about you, you got to think about what's going on. Who is he to you? Are you talking about someone that you're in a current relationship with? Are you talking about someone that you don't know that well, or someone, is it, you know, when you ask what does he think about me, the universe is saying who's he, what is he to you? Let's have a look. It's interesting because I'm sort of getting a Tarot de Marseille. Oh, thanks, Music Oracle. Yeah, I can save that in a document. Okay. And you got to remember just what someone is thinking about. They may be busy in their life and they may not actually be thinking about you, but I think I've done everyone's reading. Thanks, Music Oracle. Big help. Just my brain is a bit, I've got so much going on at the moment with trying to organize groceries and stuff. Right. So let me focus. Okay, what does he think about me? So who is this person? Is this, and just because someone, this is interesting. I'm just, okay, so what's going on here? What does love you need to know? Okay. 9 of Cups. Okay, 9 of Cups is that sense of, with the Tarot de Marseille. Okay, so we've got that sense of initiation, that sense of moving through new emotional doorways. So he feels like he's thinking about moving through new emotional doorways. He's got that sense of preparing, of wanting to be complete, a unity in some way. So there is that thought of okay, so he's feeling like he's moving through into new doorways. And then we've got the sense of trying to find a light out of all the darkness. I feel like he's trying to find a light, a wish fulfilled. He's trying to fulfill a wish. He's trying to gain something emotionally. He's trying to get that sense of moving through new doorways. No, I've got them on here. Oh, it shouldn't be blocked. So he's a person you're married but separated from. So I'm getting that sense of initiation, that moving forward. So he's wanting to move, initiation, that sense of moving through into new doorways, new possibilities with the emotions, trying to find a sense of completeness. Okay, so here we've got the sense of wish being fulfilled, that sense of finding the light out of the dark. Love you. So I feel like he's trying to find a light out of all the darkness and stuff that's going on. Feels like he's stepping in two worlds here. He's like pouring out of his emotions. He's trying to deal with his emotions here and trying to stand on solid ground. It feels like things are sort of opening up. Here you get that sense of being vulnerable. So he may think of you as being vulnerable as well. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on here. I think there's a lot of stuff happening with it. I'm getting that sense of just trying to find the light out of the darkness. That's the biggest thing here. Feeling vulnerable, trying to deal with emotions. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on there. Trying to get a gain on the situation. So it's going to take a process. I think there's a lot of healing to be done. I think there's a lot of healing. A lot of self-care, self-love. So that's really it for today. Sorry I haven't been able to do everyone's reading today. I just wanted to, I really wanted to give quality readings today and just to not be in a rush. I didn't really want to rush through readings today. I just wanted to sort of make sure that I could get not necessarily quantity, but quality readings. So I'm sorry I didn't get to everyone's reading. I would have loved to, I just had to focus on what I could. Okay. So take care, everybody. Don't forget you can book a private reading through. I'll be on again in a couple of days anyway, but you can pre-book. Don't forget to check out the links down below. Right, Music Oracle. You've done this, so I need to, before I close up. Before I close up, I do want to make sure that I get the list. So just let me just do this. Let me copy this list so I can, before we close up. Don't forget to click this here so I can get the list before I close up. Oh, right, list. So we're reading from this list. Okay, I've saved this list for next. So if you guys are here on Friday, with questions, you'll be included. Okay. So that's the end of it.